Hello friends, today I'm going to talk about the hub model of communication. This model came in one of the UGC NET exam papers and this came in the chronological order. The hub model of communication, it could be a direct question on it as well. So it's very important that you know this model. It is not that famous as the other models of communication, but you know in the NET examination anything can come in the exam. So it's very important that you know this model. But before starting this video, I request you to do that drill of liking it and sharing it and subscribing to the channel because it is very important that we have some kind of viewership on the mass comm videos as well, because if there is no viewership, then there is no point in creating such videos. So I request you to like it and share it with your friends and ask them to subscribe the channel as well. So let's start with the hub model of communication. The HUB model of communication is given by Herbert, Ungerleider and Bohm in the early 1970s. Now this model of communication is a circular model of communication. In this process of communication, you have series of concentric circles which goes on expanding, which have the communicator at the center or the source at the center. Now what happens here is that this is based on a phenomena where you throw a pebble into a pond or a pool, and what happens is that it creates a ripple and this ripple keeps on growing. So similarly, communication process is also based on this phenomena where you have a series of steps where the communicator creates a message, encodes it, then it passes through a gatekeeper, then you have different regulators who see to it whether the message is appropriate or not, and then you have filtering which happens at the audience, and then the audience takes in the message and then he gives back a feedback. So similarly, if you throw a pebble into a pond, it creates a ripple and it reaches the shore and it comes back. The ripple comes back, and this is the coming back phenomena. They have linked it to feedback. So this is based on this simple phenomena which happens when you throw a pebble or a stone in a pond or a pool, where it creates a ripple which is a circle, and this circle keeps on growing. So communication happens at the center where the source creates the message, then it passes through different stages, and once it reaches the audience or the shore, it comes back. And this is the phenomena with which they have linked the process of communication. So this is the crux of the hub model of communication. Now let's look at the various stages. In this model, the process of communication starts at the center where the communicator creates a message. Once a message is created, it is encoded. So communication is at the center of the circle or the concentric circle where the source produces a message, and this is then encoded into a suitable form. Let's take an example of a journalist working in a newspaper organization. Now he or she writes the story. So this story, his thoughts or whatever news or feature story or anything which he is writing, it is first encoded into text. Now this text goes through internal gatekeepers. Now who are the internal gatekeepers in the organization? Obviously your sub-editors, senior sub-editors, the editor at the highest level if he's checking your copies. And so this is a kind of thing where the message is first encoded, then it passes through internal gatekeepers, and then it is placed in the medium or the media of your choice. So obviously newspapers, your news story will be placed in. And then you have regulators who also check whether your content in the newspaper is fulfilling the guidelines of the regulators or not, or whether it is following social norms or values, or if your story is breaching some journalistic ethics or codes. So basically there are regulators who also check the media content. So at the first stage, the material is encoded, then it goes through internal gatekeepers. As I told you, editors, sub-editors check your story, and then it is placed in a media. So newspaper is the medium, and then what happens is that it goes through the scrutiny of regulators. Obviously, if something bad is written, the regulator may show you the stick. So these are the first few stages which happens at the level of sending a message, where the message is first encoded, it goes through internal gatekeepers, then it is placed in the media or put in a media, and then it goes into scrutiny by the regulators if anything has been done wrong. And then now what happens is that at the audience level, the message is filtered by different people. Basically, everyone filters messages based on their psychological, emotional needs, or any frame of reference. You may take religion as the best example. People filter content based on their religious values as well. So these are some frames of reference. Frame of reference is that your thoughts are based on some frame of reference, and even while consuming media content, you use that frame of reference to consume content. That is where religion is very important. Cultural and traditional aspects are very important. So you are using those values which you have in your mind, or that frame of reference, to consume media content. So this is that stage where audience filters the message, and then once they have selected that message, obviously the audience consumes that message, and then they give a feedback. Now this feedback is the echo which the ripple produces once it reaches the shore. So it is that coming back process which is circular in nature, where every model, if you see, some models are very linear model and there is no scope for feedback, but this model recognizes that communication process, there is an important element called feedback which comes back to the source. Now it also recognizes the fact that media message can be amplified to a larger audience, and it also recognizes the element of noise. The element of noise happens both at the sender's level when you are sending the messages, as well as when the feedback happens. So it recognizes the amplification and the noise which is included in the communication channels or in the society. So this is the HUB model of communication. Very important when it comes to the exam point of view. Normally in your mass comm syllabus you might not find this model of communication, but it's very important when you are writing a competitive exam at the national level. So guys, as I told you, do like the video, do share it, and do subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching.